Grand Rising. Beautiful sunny day here in Pitt Meadows, British Columbia. It's Wednesday, February the 18th. And I wanted to do this video because, well, frankly, there's been a lot of amazing disclosures taking place. There was a time where I was sharing a lot of truths, a lot of disclosures, a lot of, what people like to call conspiracies. But I stepped back from doing that about 2 years ago because I realized that many people just weren't ready to hear the truth. And I'm not putting myself on a pedestal by any means, because I learned about many of these truths years and years ago. And I've been speaking about them, but, a lot of people don't like to hear things that are uncomfortable or truths that, challenge their belief systems. But as I sat back these last 2 years or so, I've been watching a lot of what I've been talking about and sharing with people, that it's actually all just coming out. It's been leaking out, it's been dripping out, and now it just feels like the faucet is on pretty full on. And the biggest of all revelations is the recent Epstein files. Now, I don't follow news, I don't follow politics, and I certainly don't take sides in any of that. But what the reason for me sharing this is because I'm very happy to see that a lot of these truths are finally being revealed. You see, I spoke about the darkness that lurks beneath the celebrity culture. I spoke about, the whole industry, the movie industry, the celebrity industry, the guru industry, Hollywood, and even political leaders, and how many of them, all work for the same master, and they all belong to this elite club. And that what happens in this elite club is pretty dark stuff. And I get it. It's really difficult to understand or comprehend, because many people that have been following influencers and gurus, spiritual leaders, politicians, influencers, a lot of people gave their power away to these individuals because they put them on a pedestal and thought they were, this almighty know-it-all. And that just because someone has millions of followers must mean that they're a good person. However, it's come to light, and will continue to come to light, that many of these people that have this persona of wholesomeness, of, guru-ness, this holier than thou, many of them are just wearing a mask, a disguise, and they have been fooling a lot of people. And specifically in the spiritual arena, not religion, because religion has been corrupted, and many know about that. But I'm speaking about the spiritual arena, where most people turn to when they realize that religion was corrupted. They all turn to spirituality. And although spirituality is real, it has also been infiltrated by a lot of fake light, false gurus. A lot of people that went into it as another means of power and control and greed, and building these platforms where they've got millions and millions of people following them. They're making millions of dollars at speaking events, traveling the world on a stage, preaching, enlightenment and self-healing, and making millions of dollars on selling books and merchandise. And their brands, they created corporate brands around their spirituality. But you see, when you begin to actually understand that much of what we see as celebrities is actually all false, it's all fake. We live in a fake world. Hollywood is fake. Everything you see is fake, starting from, plastic surgery to fake CGI to filters to AI to, clones. And yes, clones is a real thing, and they've even talked about it. And I know people say that's crazy, but it is real. we live in this fake world where everything we are told is from somebody who puts themselves up on a pedestal, and everybody just eats it up, buys it up, follows them as if it's, everything. And what we're really learning, especially these last 5 years, from the many experiences that have unfolded since 2020, is that the people that are on TV, that speak from platforms, that speak from authority, and I use that in quotations, is really all just a bunch of people that have been paid to put out narratives, or people that have sold their souls to the devil in return, in exchange for power and wealth and greed. And this, my friends, is what's unraveling with the Epstein files. It's really just confirming a lot of things that many of us knew many, many years ago. And myself being in the spiritual realm, I have been in spirituality for my own personal healing and journey and wellness, and I teach it, and I'm also a spiritual and transformational life coach. I know that when I put content out there, I'm doing it from my heart. Nobody's paid me. Nobody's bribed me. I don't have millions of followers because I'm doing it from my truth, my passion, my heart. And when you do things from an authentic perspective, you're not going to have a bajillion followers. That's just the truth. The people that have the bajillion followers are the ones that are part of the club. And I know it's a tough one to accept, but it's true. And so someone like Deepak Chopra, and the only reason I'm using his name is because he has been outed for having connections with Epstein, and there's confirmations of emails and many things that happened. And he's not the only one, my friends. There are hundreds of thousands of these gurus, these leaders, these teachers, these influencers that are part of the same club. And what's really disturbing to me is that many of those people that are in the spiritual world have gone completely radio silent with the release of Deepak Chopra's connection to Epstein. Like, where are all of the, Marianne Williamsons and Louise Hayes and Gabby Bernstein and all of those big million follower influencers? Where are they? Why are they not outing, this? Why are they not speaking and talking about this? Because this is a real thing. And so I'm just saying, like, if you are truthfully an authentic spiritual leader or teacher, you should know that much of what's going on out there is pretty dark. And maybe the ones that are not speaking about it are part of the club, or maybe they're not. I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying, like, I'm speaking out about it because I'm part of the spiritual arena. And it is real. It's real when it's rooted in truth. It's real when it's rooted in authenticity. It's real when it's rooted in absolute transparency. And so that's why I'm speaking about it. So I question why many of the other big gurus are not out there devastated by this news or talking about it. And, that's just my observation. Another observation I made a long time ago was that all of these spiritual gurus, they all have one common denominator. They all became overnight sensations, successful literally overnight, after they all were interviewed by Oprah. And I'm just going to leave that there, and that's for you to sit with and ponder. So, anyways, I'm going to end this video by saying that, as hard as it is to see these truths being revealed and watching people devastated, I'm also very happy that these truths are coming out, because many of us have been holding these truths for years and have tried to speak out about it, but have been, attacked or called conspiracy theorists or bullied or ghosted or censored. And that's what happens when you speak up about something that's wrong. But no more, no more. We're seeing the entire fake celebrity culture literally collapsing. It's been collapsing for many years, but we're really now seeing it in real time. And I know that this is just the beginning. Pandora's box has been opened, and we are going to see more and more disturbing information. But remember that if you truly believe in healing and in love and authenticity, then you should also be happy that this is coming to the light, because we need to get rid of all that is dark and fake. We need to get rid of it all. It's been controlling humanity for hundreds, if not thousands of years. We're seeing it happen all over the world on our political stage. We're seeing it happen in every system, every societal culture. Corruption has been the foundation of how this world has been operating. And that time of truth is here, my friends. This is why I keep speaking about the Great Awakening. This is what it's all about. The Great Awakening is about learning and having realizations that what we thought we were told as truth has all really just been a lie. Everything, pretty much everything that we have been taught, we have been told, we have been shown, has all just been a facade. And the unraveling of these lies are now coming to the forefront for humanity to see, to feel, to learn, to hold, and to heal. And it's not easy, but it is a necessary part, because if we're all going to shift and create this new, beautiful earth that we're all moving towards, we all have to be able to see the darkness in order to transmute it. You see, brushing things under the rug is no longer allowed. And we've done it for far too long. We've ignored red flags. We've ignored so much. Even when we knew things were wrong, many of us just stayed silent because we were afraid. We were afraid to rock the boat. We were afraid to speak up. Well, my friends, I let that shit go a long time ago when I realized that integrity, doing the right thing, is way more important than worrying about what people think of me, because I really don't care. I guess I've just learned through my own healing journey that people who stay attached to things that make them comfortable are going to have a very difficult time with this transition. And my heart goes out to you, because I get it. I'm not judging you. I get it. There was a time where I too was that person. There was a time where I idolized people, where I listened to gurus and teachers, where I believed what I was told was true. But when I learned the truth, and it was painful, I had to go through that process of discomfort. I had to go through that. And I know it is not easy. So if you're going through that right now, honestly, I send you so much love. But for all of those who are still clinging on to the old, who are feeling rattled or triggered, that is the first step in recognizing that something within you is asking you to look and ask yourself, what is it that I'm not wanting to see? What is it that I'm trying to avoid? What is it that I don't want to know? Because those are the answers to your questions, my friend. You see, the truth, it always has been within you, and you feel it. It's uncomfortable. The truth hurts. The truth is uncomfortable. And when you feel uncomfortable, ask yourself, what is this trying to show me? Anyways, my friends, have a beautiful day. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.